the video aspect of it. And Adrian, all I can say is good to be back. Good to be back with everybody here from Media Row.
Year 4, we're here. Let's go. We've had an amazing day. Last night, opening night for the NFL was great. A little different than our typical usage of opening night for sure. But you said Jason Tafoya. He's earning that money today and this entire week. Shout out to Jason Tafoya. Shout out to Zay Galindo. All our team back at 600 ESPN El Paso headquarters in El Paso. We're live in San Francisco. We made the trip yesterday, landed, got a chance to talk to so many different individuals so far. And the great part about it, Steve, is we've got amazing sponsors who made this trip possible. And that's what makes us happy out here at Super Bowl Media Row. Can't call it Radio Row anymore.
That's right.
Media Row. And it's the 2026 version.
So let's talk about our 4 major sponsors, beginning with Palo Verde Homes, El Paso's award-winning home builder. And year after year, voters have named them among El Paso's top builders in City Magazine. You can visit them online at paloverdehome.com. What coming home should feel like. Also, Maintenance Unlimited, providing top-notch cleaning solutions since 1977, making workspaces cleaner, healthier, and safe. Visit them online at maintenanceunlimited.com. Experience why they've been the choice for commercial cleaning services. Adrian, we have 2 other major sponsors that are with us all week.
I want to thank VenPro Solutions, Jaime, Christian. Jaime back in El Paso right now, who's making this happen. They have done so much for us, from Warrior Allegiance to SuncitySitrep. Can't thank VenPro Solutions enough. If you're looking for high content output, great social media presence for your business or your brand out there, visit them online, venpro.solutions. They'll make it happen for you. They'll sit down and customize something for you that makes it all make sense. And then I want to give a huge shout out to Spine and Rehab. Great people like Harry Coster, Adrian out there, my tocayo, and I want to give you a plug with Spine and Rehab, your home for expert physical therapy, from sports injury recovery and orthopedic rehab to tackling back pain and getting you back to the game stronger than ever. If they've worked with UTEP Sports Medicine's team for over 25 years, helped treat their athletes. Take it from us here on Sports Talk. They've got their locations at off George Dieter and Edgemere off Geronimo. Visit spineandrehab.net and get back to doing what you love.
We have 15 other sponsors on this. We have almost 20 this year. It's the largest sponsor list we have ever had, and it's not even close. Huge shout out to Lauren Hodges at Longhorn Distributing for getting us down here, taking care of our airfare. Again, folks, they sponsor our hotline. You shop where the pros shop. Longhorn Distributing, 5516 East Paisano. They've got cleaning supplies. They've got the power washers. They've got so much for you, especially if you want to do it yourself and want to take care of your vehicle, your home. That's what Longhorn Distributing is all about. Union Draft House, we've been in El Paso at Union over the course of the football season. 6 locations across town. They've got $5 23-ounce domestic drafts all day, every day at Union Draft House. And I want to give some love to our friends at Household Furniture. They've been sponsoring us the entire football season. Alex, Mike Jaffe, they got their new location in Las Cruces inside Mesilla Valley Mall with their grand opening sale. You can spin to win your Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase for free. And coming up tomorrow, this is big, any Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase tomorrow, if the Patriots win the big game, your Tempur-Pedic is absolutely free, but that's tomorrow only at all Household Furniture locations.
I love that, Steve. And I love all our other supporting sponsors as well, like Wyatt and Underwood Trial Lawyers. When your freedom is on the line, you need Wyatt and Underwood Trial Lawyers, licensed in both Texas and New Mexico, along with Chick-fil-A Airway. Stop by every few weeks for a new classic cup inspired by retro Chick-fil-A style. Grab yours while supplies last.
So, yep, and we have so many sponsors. We're going to get to everybody throughout the course of our show and do that over the course of the 4 days. Trust me, if we read all of our sponsors, that would take an hour of the show by itself.
That's right.
Just how we are, how we've shaped up today. But it's been a lot of fun. Great guests, including, really in the next, 7 minutes or so, we're expecting to have, and this is exciting, you know Phil Simms, you know Chris Simms. Well, how about former NFL quarterback Matt Simms? He's got a show called Simms Complete. He is also working for Believe, He's got Sims complete on Believe. The former college football and NFL quarterback is going to join us. He's expected to join us at quarter past to talk about the big one and give us his thoughts on the two quarterbacks in particular.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one because NFL honors are right around the corner. One of these guys, in Drake May, is up for MVP honors when it comes to Wednesday evening. So curious to see if they end up going with somebody like May, who's in the Super Bowl, or somebody like Stafford, who did it for the Rams this whole season. So going to be good to hear from Matt Sims, one of the guys who's doing it in the business right now at the football level and talking a lot of football this first hour, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we've got Steve Dakota Happis. He's going to be with us, the Patriots insider on Boston Sports Radio. He's known as the JT the Brick of Boston sports. I know JT the Brick personally. I actually worked with him years and years ago at a De La Hoya fight. We struck up a good friendship, and we've kept in touch. If he's anything like JT the Brick, Steve Dakota Happis is going to be a lot of fun when he joins us a little bit later in our 3 o'clock hour.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, too, with the timely news about what we heard today. No Robert Kraft also in the hall. That's something that people are going to be kind of interested. You heard JT Money talk about it during SportsCenter. It's a big kind of Hall of Fame for obvious reasons when it comes to the Patriots. Obviously, no Bill Belichick here this time around here in Canton. So, yeah, it'll be good to hear from Dakota and all his takes on this.
How did you pull off Rampage Jackson, who's scheduled to join us later this hour?
I know, that's a Jaime Barraza special right there. Getting Rampage Jackson for us here, 3:45. I can't believe that. 4:45 in El Paso, I should say. And Rampage Jackson, the actor, former UFC fighter, former everything. I mean, he does just a little bit of everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from him and hearing what he has to say about the big game coming right around the corner.
That is going to be a ton of fun. So, as you might imagine, we are loaded up today with tons of great guests. Can't wait for the show. Can't wait to get everything started. I know we're going to break a little early here because we want to make sure we come back in time for Matt Sims when he joins us in about 5 minutes from now. What has impressed you the most so far about San Francisco and hosting Super Bowl 60?
Maybe that's the thing, is the fact that it's more podcasts now than ever. There are more podcasts than radio stations out here at Media Row. Again, not Radio Row. That's the thing I'm most kind of taken aback by. We're so used to the radio aspect of everything we do on a daily basis, and now to see it transform so heavily into podcasts. Shout out to VenPro Solutions. I mean, the fact that we're going to be on camera for a lot of the interviews that we've taped today, and then people will see throughout the week. I mean, that's credit to them.
By the way, guests getting booked by the minute. We are going to have later this week. Super excited about this too. Rico Dowdle, and if that's not enough, how about Bryce Young as quarterback with the Carolina Panthers?
What a get right there. Getting them from the Bounty booth itself. Bounty is back with us here on 600 ESPN El Paso. And man, shout out to the Bounty team. That place is so cool. They brought the wings back. They're free. And they also are bringing back some guests to us. And by the way, we've already booked 2 tomorrow. Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship. If you are an Eagles fan out there and you got questions for them, send it our way. Maybe we'll get a chance to ask them.
That'd be great. You can do it via 600 ESPN El Paso's app, where you can listen to us and chat with us in real time. Also, you can hit us up on Twitter and X at 600 ESPN El Paso. Take our first time out. When we come back, Matt Sims going to be stopping by. Going to be a fun one today, folks. So we're looking forward to having you with us. It is Sports Talk Live from Media Row here at the big game at the Moscone Center in San Francisco. 600 ESPN El Paso.
Thank you, Money.
Good job, Money. We want to make this as easy for you as possible.
I'm going to send you, in fact, our guest list today so you can have it for the podcast, so it's easy for you. Our guy. these guys. They just came from the Bleacher Report arcade in there. We walked in that arcade. It's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Oh, it looks great. Let's go. Oh, show that to Steve. This is awesome. Check this out, Steve.
Okay.
Look at this.
We're live right now.
Look.
I'm gonna come out on TV right now.
Oh, that's
Look at that.
fantastic. That looks big time, man. Thank you.
Look at that. Let's go,
We
man.
got to promote that too. We got a YouTube stream going.
Yeah. Find the link. Oh, yeah, I see it. Here we go. It looks cool because this thing is in our background, the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I love it. That's great.
Let's do it, buddy. Back here on Sports Talk, coming your way live from Media Row at the Moscone Center in San Francisco. Along with Adrian Broditz, I'm Steve Kaplowitz, expecting Matt Sims here momentarily. And in fact, just getting word, just finding out that Matt Sims had to cancel today. So there we go.
Hey.
We got an opening right
Look.
now. That's the beauty of this whole thing.
Beauty of this whole thing, indeed, and beauty of live radio, beauty of having all these guests scheduled, all stacked up, and all just kind of different guests left and right, Steve. So we'll roll with the punches. We've got some amazing guests for the rest of the week, and so we'll make it happen here with Matt in the future or with all the other guests that we've got.
Want to talk about some of our other great sponsors? We kind of left off before the last segment. Smith Center Sinus Migraine Institute, Houston's board-certified plastic surgeon with Dr. Kevin Smith. Pelican Steak and Seafood celebrating 45 years of serving El Paso at 130 Shadow Mountain Drive. 915 Tours now booking round-trip getaways to Ruidoso and San Antonio at 915tours.com.
Shout out to 915 Tours, David Garman, the whole team. I just got to say that again. And also, big shout out to New Start Homes. You could tour mobile homes with low monthly rent at newstarthomes.net. Sun City Card Show, they've got their next card show right around the corner, February 14th at Starlight Event Center, and we're rocking the awesome jackets that were made by Thomas Adams Apparel.
Oh, yeah.
We're rocking the Thomas Adams Apparel polos right now, in fact. So shout out to Thomas Adams Apparel. You can check out their website at thomasadamsapparel.com.
Sun City Card Show, you mentioned that as well. February the 14th, folks. Knock that date down. Starlight Event Center for their next show. Also want to thank Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Water Cleanup for over 75 years. Roto-Rooter has been El Paso's trusted go-to for plumbing, water damage, and plumbing emergencies 24/7. Still have Steve Dakota Happis coming up here at the bottom of the hour, and Rampage Jackson. Now, these are, again, live, so we will preface it by saying schedule to appear. Because like Matt Sims, you never know from 1 minute to the next when things could change a little bit out here.
Hey, these are you know what? No knock to Matt Sims, right? No knock. These are going to be our guests that we get out of the way here now.
Yep.
But Steve, the entire week, the amount of guests that we have and the people that we've already talked to here right now here on the program today, I can't wait for that. I think that's going to be one of the most exciting parts about this all is all the different guests that we have all week long. Today, we just got a little taste of it. Bryce Young, Rico Dowdle, the tandem from the Carolina Panthers. And it's funny because when we get a chance to interview people like this, people might wonder, like, well, what's the connection with El Paso and these guys? But we make a good local twist. And then there's really good local topics in general that sports fans would just be interested to hear from these types of players. So from Bryce Young to Rico Dowdle, I mean, I can't wait for that interview to air later this week.
Let's talk about last night and what it was like out at media night. And for us, we really had one goal when we set out, and that was to try to get to talk to as many people from both teams with El Paso connections that we could find. And we ended up with 3 of them, and one being the obvious one. Just 2 years ago, he was playing at UTEP, Tyrese Knight, the very talented linebacker in his second year for the Seattle Seahawks. But the cool thing was we had a pair of coaches that had UTEP ties. Robert Kugler did not play at UTEP. He played at Purdue, but Rob started his coaching career as a grad assistant for his dad at UTEP.
How cool, right? I mean, just the local twist to all of this, to have Robert Kugler there, to have Tyrese Knight there, and feels like just yesterday Tyrese was lacing it up for the Miners and was so impactful for UTEP. I would say, though, Steve, just to paint the picture for our audience out there, it was different. Opening night was not like being in the Caesars Superdome, not like being at Allegiant Stadium where you could feel the stadium antics, you could feel the excitement in the arena, because it was just like that, in an arena, in a stadium. Yesterday, we were at a convention center, so we were like super happy to have Tyrese Knight on for as long as we did, and to talk to Coach Jeremy Springer as long as we did there, and even Robert Kugler, who I don't think anybody was really hanging out with him, and we got to chat with him extensively, throughout yesterday's opening night ceremonies. I think that was a really cool part about it all, is that you get these coaches in intimate settings, you get these athletes in intimate settings, and they make it happen.
First off, let me say this. Springer was unbelievable. Jeremy looked like we were long-lost friends when he saw us, and he was so great, so generous with his time. And what he's been able to do in the 15 years since he's transitioned from player to coach is nothing short of phenomenal. So that I wanted to say right there. Robert Kugler is exactly like you would expect him to be. He's a mini version of his dad.
He is.
He's like a young version of Sean. That was a lot of fun. And of course, T. Knight was great because he was in the middle of doing interviews. He saw us, he went to the side, and he was able to oblige. That was really nice. Back to what you were talking about. It was weird. There's no doubt about it. Driving in a bus an hour and a half through traffic to get to a convention center where the fans were in one level, they were by a fenced off area rather than be sitting in a stadium. And I was thinking to myself, why wasn't this at the Sharks Arena? They were in Chicago yesterday playing the Blackhawks. So it didn't really make a lot of sense when you think about that.
I thought that was the weirdest part. I mean, the traffic itself was tough. Like, usually, for all our listeners out there, traffic, or at least the commute from the convention center that they have us in for Media Row to the actual stadium itself, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing too crazy. I remember Glendale was a bit of a little bit of a drive or whatever when we got a chance to do other things outside there for Radio Row at the time. But this time around, being in traffic for an hour and a half and then coming back at the end of the night, yeah, it took a lot out of you yesterday. It was just opening night, though. The craziest part to me is that all of these people came out there, and then there wasn't that many fans. You couldn't stuff any fans there.
No, there wasn't. And there wasn't even nearly as much media as we're used to seeing.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of them just didn't want to make the hour and a half drive if they weren't on the bus to go out to San Jose. So it was very different. There's no doubt about that. I think that's the best way to describe it. It won't be like that next year because LA's getting it, and SoFi, will host media night. So this was just that rare one-off. It seemed like the NFL was trying to make every area happy. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, do whatever they can. Santa Clara with the game. So they're kind of spreading it out amongst all the surrounding towns. But yes, it did not really. It was confusing to say the least.
So the best part I could tell our listeners was seeing in Jeremy Springer's eyes, seeing in Tyrese Knight's eyes, how excited he was to get us on the show. Like, to see him here in person, to get him on with us, like, that was a great opportunity for that. Like, the excitement itself was genuine. That's what made me feel good, is that it was so genuine with all that excitement. So
I would agree.
Excited for our next guest, by the way, Steve.
I am too. In fact, he's got a first name that I like a lot, so that sounds pretty good to me. Meanwhile, as he settles in, we had a question in from Sports Carlos. Any sumo experts available over there? He wants to know, for Domingo's sake, are there any sumo wrestlers?
There's a lot of different sports out here. I don't think sumo is one of them. I did see cheese carving earlier today with Fred Warner. He was sponsoring. He was being carted around by Tillamook Cheese.
Was he?
And he had an entire cheese head carving of him.
That sounds pretty good. What a great way to welcome in Steve Dakota Happis with us. New England Patriots insider, Boston Sports Radio. Now, if people are calling you the JT the Brick of Boston sports, and I know JT personally because we worked together years ago, that would be something I would definitely appreciate. And is that true, Steve?
I mean,
hold on one second. You guys even get that mic. There we go. Go ahead.
So I don't know what happened early on. I went to, a buddy of mine was interning on sports radio back in 1992.
Okay.
This was back in Boston in the old 8:50 a.m. And he goes, when you call it, sports radio wasn't really a thing back then. And when someone called in, I'm like, sure, I'll help you out. You're interning at the station. I started calling in, and I didn't want to use my real name because we knew each other, and he's like, just want to pick a name. And I had played a lot of poker in my life, and I was out in the garage my first time in Vegas. And my buddy goes, whatever you do, don't use your real name. You never know who's sitting at the tables and want to rob you. The IRS might be out there, I don't know. So I used the coder and started using the coder on the radio for 20, 30 years, and then that turned into my own radio show on Sporting News Radio back in the early 2000s, and did some other stuff on on some of the other radio stations in the studio in Boston. But most of the time, I'm calling in, picking fights with hosts. That's what it is. And I did get one guy to quit his job.
That's impressive.
Let's go.
That is good.
So whether it's JT or not, JT's a legend. But I guess if you're going to put me somewhere, what was the other guy from WFAN, Steve Summers?
Yeah.
Was he was a caller at one point? No, not Summers. Pete Bigdigno. He was Pete from Saddle River or something like that. So there have been situations where callers have become really good hosts.
That's good. By the way, if you did Sporting News Radio in the early 2000s, there was actually a really good chance you were on in El Paso because we were a Sporting News Radio affiliate. In fact, JT the Brick worked for Sporting News Radio back in the day.
Yeah, I was there with Ryan Masillo.
Yep.
Anthony Peckney and John Anik, who does the UFC. They were doing the afternoon shows. I did the morning show with Kevin Winter, who went on on and did all the ESPN stuff, drove to Bristol and all that.
Very nice. So the point is, you go back to when sports radio truly was sports radio, is what you're telling
Put
me.
it this way, when I was a little kid, and I was listening to Eddie Youngman, who was the godfather of sports radio, I used to turn in my grandfather's radio so I could listen to Cleveland 3WE, Pete Franklin, because there wasn't any sports radio shows.
Yeah.
So I found one, and at night you could tune in to Cleveland from Boston. Like, there were 50,000 watt stations. So, I'm a diehard sports fan, love calling, love talking sports.
Nice.
And now I'm here.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Steve, especially with the game coming up on Sunday. But not only that, we find out the news today. Robert Kraft is not a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, I find it fascinating because when we heard the news about Belichick last week, the only thing that made sense was they didn't want to put them both together in the same class.
It was a theory.
And if you were going to keep Belichick out, well, then obviously now, since they're in the same group, it would make sense for Kraft to be in. But that's not the case, and it has just been the most bizarre year when you look at these two and how both of them now will not be going into Canton later this year.
Yeah, so I woke up this morning to that news, and I was listening to the sports radio back in Boston, and they broke the news. And I said, wow, I really wasn't sure if I wanted to bet the game or not. I go, now I'm definitely betting the Patriots because they're going to use the Belichick news, the Kraft not getting in, and I'm hoping, I am praying that Matt Stafford gets the MVP so we can have 3 denies on something to rally the New England Patriots so that they can beat the Seahawks. And if I had to ask you a question, why do you think they didn't get in?
So I do believe Belichick does not get in because of Spygate and Deflategate. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But I feel like there are plenty of people that vote that hold grudges that make no sense. They're like little kids, and I feel like that's the case. With Kraft, it's hard to really understand. I don't think Orchids of Asia had anything to do with it.
Nothing.
So I think maybe more than anything else, it could be the fact that they're in the same group as Roger Craig, and many believe that Craig was getting overlooked for a lot of years in the senior committee, and that his time is now, which could be what ends up happening when it's all said and done.
Can I give you quickly mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to say for Belichick, he didn't get in because of Kraft.
Yeah.
I think Kraft didn't get in because of Belichick.
Maybe. The Belichick 11, we got to find out if that same Belichick 11 didn't vote for him is the exact same Belichick 11
Maybe
that
it's not.
didn't vote for Kraft. That I would like to find out.
Yeah.
And I have this one question. You do believe they should be first ballot Hall of Famers?
As a lifelong Jets fan who have been tormented for my whole life.
Sounded like a New York guy.
I have been tormented my whole life by this team and this franchise. It is not even a question that Belichick deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if I had a choice between Belichick or Kraft if they're on the same ballot, I'm taking Belichick 1,000 out of 1,000 times.
All right, so if we've come to the conclusion that the 2 reasons are Deflategate, which everybody deflated or inflated balls.
Yep.
It was a bunch of BS.
Yep.
Or Spygate, which half the teams were videoing, and Bill Belichick basically threw up the middle finger and said, I know you told me to stop, but I'm going to keep doing it because everybody else is doing it. If we believe it's because of those 2 reasons, when Tom Brady's on the ballot as a first ballot Hall of Famer, is he going to get voted in?
Okay. My answer to that is yes, but if you want to be consistent with all the events that have happened this week, absolutely not. Make him sit out a year like you're making Belichick sit out a year. 100%.
Right,
100%.
But I think what's going to happen is when Brady's on, they're going to vote him in as a first ballot.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree, and it makes no sense, which has been the craziest week when you talk about Patriots' legacy and what's going on.
I wonder, and I'm trying to figure out, because on merits alone, these, they both should have already been in. They should have went in together. I'm wondering, and I'm just going to throw that, do you think part of this might be because of when Trump was running for president, Kraft was very tight with him, Belichick wrote him letters, Trump read Belichick's letters, and if you look at the people that said no, or have come out and said I didn't vote, they don't lean in that direction. So I'm wondering if they're like, you know what? I just don't like them anyways.
Could be a possibility. I mean, at this point,
there's got to be a
yes.
There's got to be something why those 2 didn't get in when they both deserved to get in.
You're right.
And I don't know the final answer, but I'm just wondering if it was anything from a political standpoint.
if Spygate was as big a deal as they're talking about it now, then they should have thrown Belichick out of the league for it instead of just essentially, at that point, we all forgot about it.
They
It
wanted to
didn't take
suspend him
long.
for a year, but Kraft basically pulled that power and said, you know what? I think they paid, a $500,000 fine?
Yeah.
I think it was?
Yeah.
So
We got Steve Dakota Happis with us. He's the New England Patriots insider on Boston Sports Radio. He's joining us live here from Media Row as we continue. All right, let's talk about the current team.
Sure.
And there's no controversy with this team. This is just a feel-good team.
Fun team to root for, too.
So we spent part of yesterday at Media Night with Jeremy Springer, the special teams coordinator, and Robert Kugler, an assistant offensive line coach, who both have El Paso connections.
Yep.
But they talked about this group and how this group buys in. This group is they're unselfish. A lot of really interesting adjectives to describe a team that's played great football all year long, loves their coach, loves the teammates, and it just seems like right now the fact they've turned it around as quickly as they've done is pretty unbelievable.
Well, I think they had a lot of talent already on that team. Gerard Mayo was just a horrible coach. Like, he was put in there because he was given you're going to succeed. So there was no way they weren't going to walk that back. They had to give Mayo an opportunity to do it. And he just ended up not, like, from day one, his press conference, after the first, he started walking, they called him Gerard Walkback, Mayo Walkback Mondays. He would say something and then have to come out and walk it back. He was nothing against him personally, probably a great guy, went to Tennessee, was a Super Bowl champion on the New England Patriots, but he could not command the room. That team had a lot of really good talent on it. And now you put together, they spent, $300 million in the offseason in free agents. You got Milton Williams, you had Barmer coming back from because he was sat out because of the blood clots the previous year. This team was ready to go. I actually posted out on Twitter that this is a 10-plus win team after winning 4 because I knew the New England Patriots. And a lot of people were right with me. I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of people that said this team could win 9, 10, 11. Now, did I think they were going to win this many? Go to the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. What Vrabel has done is phenomenal. Everybody loves that guy. He's great for the media. He's great with his team.
What is your narrative? What's the narrative out there that is your biggest pet peeve involving the Patriots? Is it the schedule making? Is it, is it the Drake maybe stuff out there? Is it the fact that what is it? What's the narrative take that irritates you?
It was Drake maybe, and I wasn't a Drake guy. I did not want them to draft him. I would go on record of that. Okay, I had a lot of egg thrown in my face when soon as they drafted him on draft night. I was like, I just kept envisioning this is Mac Jones version 2. That's what it was, And the worst thing was Drake May came in, he wore number 10. I'm like, I'm trying to get Mac Jones out of my system, and you're going to come in here and wear number 10. So to me, I had that derangement syndrome as it comes to Mac Jones because I completely despise the guy. Now, the Drake maybe has definitely, when he stopped turning the ball over after week 4, week 5, and started to actually put touchdowns in the end zone, and he wasn't doing his legs, because if you look at DraftKings or FanDuel preseason, his total touchdowns was 20. We're looking at this if this guy's going to start every game, he's going to have to go over 20. So even the betting odds were betting against Drake May. So for one, that was the narrative early on. It's not Drake maybe. They got a great commercial out of it anyways that he's on. And then as for the soft schedule, I would say, listen, if they won 10 or 11 games, backed themselves into the playoffs, and then faced a bad Charger team, a bad Houston team, and a Denver team, I would say, you know what, they got lucky. But they beat everybody, and they should have beaten Pittsburgh and the Raiders as well. Because the Raider game was their first. They didn't know what they were doing as a unit. They didn't know what was in. And then they turned the ball over 5 times against Pittsburgh, who's not that good. So granted, yes, they had a soft schedule, but show me, every year there's a soft schedule. Somebody has it, right? What do they do?
That's right. Steve Dakota Happis with us from Boston Sports Radio. 60 seconds left. Give me your prediction.
I like a lot of points in this game. You got 2 great defenses. That's going to cause some turnovers. I think a punt return. You got 2 great returners, and Marcus Jones. So, and I think turnovers and creating short fields. I like a lot of points, and the Patriots only play tight Super Bowls, so I can see a field goal game, Patriots winning by the field goal.
Great to meet you. Thanks for being here with us. Great stuff, and really enjoy
And
it.
by the way, in Texas, I have a daily fantasy sports app that's live in Texas, legal, real money. It's virtual slots meets daily fantasy. So you get the thrill of slot machines and the skill of daily fantasy.
How do they play? What do they need to do?
They just got to go either App Store, Google Play, or Apple and download Fantasy Spin. You get a free entry into our main event for the Super Bowl, $3,500 entry, $25 deposit match. And it will be the most fun that you'll ever have playing daily fantasy. We reinvented daily fantasy.
Sounds great. Steve, thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
He's Steve Dakota Happus. He joins us live here as Sports Talk continues. Take a timeout. When we come back, Rampage Jackson's next as we roll through 600 ESPN El Paso. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, Steve.
You guys are
Good
great.
news. Great stuff, man. That was awesome.
Nice meeting you guys.
You too. You too. Thank you.
For that Pats win.
I'll tell you what. I will never see a Jets. I don't know how old you are. I'm 52.
I'm 57.
Okay, which means you were born the year the Jets, or like right when the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I'm never going to see it in my lifetime. I'm convinced I'm going to be fucking dead, and that's when they're going to go. If they ever do, it's the franchise. The franchise is a disaster.
I'm going to give it to...
When
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Christian?
yeah, and Belichick spent 2 days and said, "Get me the fuck out of there," and that was the end of that. And if Belichick would have had control and not had Parcells kind of running the
Gonna
shit
mic him
for
up.
him, he would have stayed.
Well, I
but
thought he was watched the first Bill 30 for 30. I think Belichick didn't trust the situation when he got named the head coach. And
Yeah.
Bill
Nice to meet you,
went
man.
upstairs.
that's exactly
man.
that's
I
right.
think he was
Really,
afraid
really
that
proud
Bill, they were going to unwind that as soon as the
Right.
Patriots.
I know. She said she told me that I'm gonna save him for last because he's cute.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So Bill said, "You know what?
That's what I heard her
I'm
say.
not playing this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the innings."
Yeah.
And he was, yeah, exactly
Where-
right.
where I'm
It's
going.
just, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But I'm
Hey,
rooting for you. I
Rampage,
like
what's going
your team.
on?
You're
How
a
you
lot of
doing?
fun.
I'm Adrian.
And we
Good to
love
meet
you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
He's
thanks for
such a
doing
nice
this,
kid.
man.
Yeah,
This is awesome. Come on in.
Nathan, are you a fan of the 70s?
A fan of the 70s? Yes.
So you look-
like the hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you-
I was worried that you wouldn't like
got
it.
it.
No, I like it.
All right, cool.
'Cause I was
man.
born in the 70s.
Stevie likes it. He says it's 70s look.
It's the
and-
70s look,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. That's
Hey,
right.
how you doing?
Rampage,
Okay.
I'm Steve. Good
Nice
to meet you.
Well, he's a fan of the 70s?
I was born in the 70s.
Me too.
Early 70s.
Oh, you born early 70s?
Yeah.
How old are you?
70. I'm 52. I'll be 53 in May.
So what year you born?
73.
What?
What year were you?
78.
Okay, so you just
around the same
You'll be
age.
50. You're like late 50s.
I'll be 50 in like
in a couple of years.
in a long time. We're live on stream, so
Okay, let's go.
I'm like one of the oldest streamers. So these
Yeah,
guys, so
good. I like that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed what you've done with your streaming career.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, I watch from afar. Are you huge? Are you still into the UFC on or off the record? Are you a fan of it?
I like
Where
some.
it's at?
I like some of the fighters. I like some of the fighters. I just have a short attention span. I can't watch boring fights. I can't watch boring nothing. I have a short attention span.
I liked your Nike commercial, by the way. We'll talk about it on the radio.
Wow,
I like it.
Yeah, that's a
go.
long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the first one ever to do some Nike shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So we got a few minutes and we'll come right back. We targeted this at like 45, so we
Are
got
we
like 2
live?
minutes. It's a commercial break. We're good. We're good. Oh,
Am I-
Yeah, you will be
The
live.
mic's not hot. The mic's not hot.
Where's I know no cuss words.
Right, that's exactly.
You guys should have warned me about that.
That's okay. It was a commercial, so nobody heard that. You're
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
You're
no,
fine.
it's good. You
Yeah,
good?
you're good. You're good.
What are some of the comments you're getting in the live right now?
I asked chat where should I go for my next trip because I got a couple of trips around the world, and a lot of them said I should go to Niger.
Niger.
They're racist.
Terrible.
Terrible.
People are.
They're terrible.
That's tough.
They all saying Niger.
What about
And
what
one-
about anywhere in the U.S.?
No, they didn't say anything.
What about El Paso? They could come to. You can come to El Paso.
Been there, possible, but one guy kept spelling Niger with 2 G's. I don't know why.
So we got. So you comedy is definitely something you've got a part of too. Have you done stand up yet or not yet?
No, I never
Okay.
done stand up. This is
So
this
we
is
did.
what
I did a They brought Bones Jones years ago into a car dealership in Sunland Park when he was training out in Albuquerque.
Oh yeah.
Had a chance to meet Bones before he got into all the stuff that happened then. Now he's doing fine, but it's pretty crazy. And you've done everything, right? You've done wrestling.
Yeah.
You boxed. The boxing fell through on a couple of occasions. What's
Twice.
going on with that?
I honestly think the guys are scared about me, so they make the production fall apart. That's what I think. I think the two people I was going to box, they saw me training hard.
Yeah.
They're like, this guy got knockout power.
When are we going to see you back in a movie? Are you going to be in a movie this year?
I don't know. Maybe.
Would you ever want to go into the ring with Tyson? I know he's 60 now. Would you like to fight Mike?
20 years ago, I would have done it.
20 years ago would have been interesting.
They're very interesting. He probably would have knocked me out, but it would have been fun.
That would, you could say you got into the ring with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Although I watched the videos of him training, and even now he still looks like he can knock the crap out of people.
Yeah, he looks good for his age.
He does.
Yeah, but I couldn't imagine training with him and sparring with him, and he'd be boxing in his underwear.
That's exactly right.
He mooned the whole world when he fought Jake Paul. Why is Mike Tyson like this?
Or the assless chaps?
Why did Mike Tyson moon us?
Why?
Why?
He was actually really good in, what was the movie he was part of?
Hangover. Yeah.
Hangover 1 and 2.
He was in 2?
Yeah.
Man. Now hearing back on it, like that he was like incoherent for that. It's like, oh man, I'm kind of bums me out like watching it. I guess he's funny, so I should be happy.
What the interview where he said he was drunk or something?
No, that he just like doesn't remember doing it, agreeing to it, anything about that life. I don't know. But
The Hangover movie?
yeah,
You don't remember?
He didn't remember any that part of his life.
Why?
His drug usage
What
and
drugs?
alcohol.
What drugs was he on?
I don't know.
Well, he was great in it.
Here we go. We're coming right now.
Oh, he's one of the best.
All right, Money, let's do it. 45 past the hour. We are back. Sports Talk Live, Media Row out here at the Moscone Center in San Francisco. And yes, we are excited about our next guest. A man who he wears many hats. He really does. MMA, actor, wrestler, kickboxer, successful online streamer.
Yes.
Comedian, as we learned during the break as well. We got Rampage Jackson with us right now, and terrific seeing you here, and thanks so much for stopping by and joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
What's it like being out here? Do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy being around a lot of these outlets, podcasts, and football, or honestly, is this kind of tough?
I like it. I like meeting new people, and when people are nice, and everybody here, they're very nice and respectful. I like it.
Is this your first trip for a Super Bowl, or have you done this before?
I've done Radio Row before because I remember this, but I don't remember how long ago it was, and I don't remember what company I was here with when I did it. But I remember being here once before and doing like a bunch of press and stuff. Many years ago.
Now it's no longer Radio Row. We learned this year it's now Media Row because of all the podcasts and streaming, which kind of brings us to your line of work and how you've done so well now as a streamer. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, streaming is it's fun. Like it came out of nowhere. I had no idea that it was going to have like the effect on my life that it did. Like I figured like, all right, I'm retired. What do I do? And one of my friends, his name Dean the Great, he streams as well. He just talked me into streaming. Like some stuff happened one day in the gym. He was streaming and it turned out to be really funny. He was like, oh man, you got to stream. And here I go. I streamed, and I didn't know about the clips, and the clips went viral, and here I am.
With everything that you do. Do you consume a lot of sports, and what's your sports palette? Like, what do you enjoy as far as watching sports? We're getting ready for the big one on Sunday between Patriots and Seahawks. Where are you at right now with sports?
I'm gonna have to be real honest with you guys. I grew up in Memphis, and my team didn't have sports growing up, so I haven't got really big into sports. And I watch fighting and boxing every now and then, but I'm a casual.
That makes sense.
But the Super Bowl is such an event where people that don't even watch football usually tune in, whether it's the commercials or something.
Yeah.
Do you have an interest in the game because of the magnitude of what it is?
Yeah. Super Bowl is the biggest game. Like it always, draws a lot of people in. I actually went to a Super Bowl 2 years ago, live. My first time going. I have never even been to an NFL game, and I went. My first game was the Super Bowl in Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did Vegas, which I'm sure. How was that experience?
It was a great experience. That's Usher was the halftime show, and it was a great experience.
Rampage Jackson with us here as we continue live on Sports Talk. I would think a guy like you, during your heyday when you were on top of the world, you probably had NFL guys that you were hanging and running with just in those days, because it seems like, I don't know, athletes always seem to work and follow in with other athletes.
Yeah, I'm friends with Sean Merriman. We train at the same gym, and he's like a super cool guy. Yep. I've bumped shoulder with Reggie Bush and stuff like that. He's a super dope guy. He was telling me he know how to help me heal my knees up, but then I didn't follow up. I probably need to give him a text. So now that I think about it, yeah, those guys are super cool, and we respect each other. Even though it's two different worlds, two different sports, we respect each other. And Sean Merriman, he had his own MMA league and stuff like that, because I think he really liked it from training. He was training with my coach, Tony McKee, and I respect all athletes, because we know what it's like, to dedicate your life to doing a sport that you love.
Who are some of the athletes you respect, or maybe either you look up to or you look at right now and you're like, wow, these are athletes that I really appreciate?
Even though I wasn't really big into sports growing up, I always respect athletes like Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Kobe, those guys, and Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was my all-time favorite, growing up as a child, because I used to play this video game called Tecmo Bowl. Mm-hmm. He was on there, and guess what? I bumped into Bo Jackson at the airport.
Did you really?
Yep, I bumped into him. at the airport. And I guess some people at, the what you call it, TSA agent,
yes,
they were like, oh, that's Rampage Jackson. And he was covered up. This was not too long ago. He was covered up with a COVID mask.
Uh-oh.
Just so he couldn't get recognized. And he walked up to me, he was like, hey, it's me. Oh, he put his, I was like, oh my God, it's Bo Jackson.
Wow, your hero.
Yeah.
That's even cooler if Bo's the one going to you and not the other way around.
Yeah, that was,
wow.
I think he only heard because he heard the people mention my name. And then maybe a couple months later, I went to a Super Bowl party in Vegas, and he was barbecuing there, and he remembered me.
Yeah.
We shook hands, and I guess Bo Jackson and I are friends now.
So I guess I learned something. If you're a celebrity and you don't want to be recognized, just put a COVID mask on and you got a shot.
Yeah, put a COVID mask, because I didn't recognize him. He's a big guy too. And I didn't recognize him with the COVID mask on.
How do you go incognito to places? Speaking of, what's your secret?
I go incognito sometimes. What I do is I wear like a wig, and I dress in crazy clothes that people would never recognize.
They're scared of you, and they're like, oh, I don't want to see him.
No, it's just like I don't. When I do that, I change. I got this one character. His name is Run Deep. He looks kind of Indian. I wear like an Indian hair. And I got like, I try to dress like a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Just something that I wouldn't normally wear, and sometimes like people don't recognize me. But sometimes I do it while I'm live on stream, and so it's kind of like I keep forgetting this kind of.
It's a bit.
Yeah. It goes against me. It's like I'm giving away my disguise. It's not smart. Honestly, I shouldn't do it on stream. It wasn't smart.
The current case, I guess the current state right now of mixed martial arts, do you still enjoy watching this? It's something that you, if you have time, you'll sit down and you'll watch.
Yeah, I'll watch some fighters. I'll watch some fights. Like I still like the real exciting, the ones who try to finish fights. I still watch some. Yeah, it's good.
Do you like where it's gone? Do you like how you've seen mixed martial arts evolve since you stepped away from the octagon?
This is fastest involving sport in the world right now, and it's still evolving really fast. So I like what it's doing, and I like that it's so mainstream. And I think we got to thank Conor McGregor for that. I think he put the sport on the map more than anybody else has in the past. You know what I'm saying? Because like at first we had Mark Kerr, and then you had like the likes of Tito Ortiz, then you had like Chuck Liddell, and then you had like, you know what I'm saying, the next wave, I don't know, and then you have Conor McGregor, and he just took it to the next level. He become a household name, and I think that he's brought over a lot of new fans, and the sport is growing really fast. But I'm looking for who's the next breakout star like Conor McGregor.
You know, I like watching the cards right now because, or the pay-per-views right now, not anymore. They're on Paramount. But I like when they pan to you. And then, people ever take pictures of whenever you're at sporting events or anything like that, and they send it to you like, hey, this is where you're at, and you're like, I don't want everybody knowing that I'm here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's nerve-wracking. It's hard for me to go to the sporting events because there's so many MMA fans in one place. You just get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And MMA is different from boxing. Like, so I don't get free tickets. I don't get like security to walk me to my seats. You know what I'm saying? I got to buy my own. I go with my friends, and some of my friends, they don't want to pay front row price. So who am I? So I just go with them. And I'm sitting in the crowd with everybody else, and it's just overwhelming to put it in a nice way. Like all the fans, you there at the MMA fight, and you're an MMA fighter sitting in the crowd like with respect. So, yeah, it gets kind of overwhelming.
Rampage, we're about out of time with you, but before we let you go, how can people listening follow you on the streaming? Tell us about the easiest ways for them to be part of your community online.
Oh, well, you can go to kick.com/Rampage Jackson, you know, on my Instagram, stuff like that. And make sure we tell everybody, drinkonewater.com, baby, drinkonewater.com.
There it is. That's all you had to say. Canadian Rockies. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
The logo's nice.
I like this. One Water. It's glacial spring water with drinkonewater.com.
Yeah, and this is the best thing. This is the best thing about it, besides the taste, that you can easily share it with multiple of your friends.
Look at that.
Together, yeah.
We're hauling everything all week. We're going to use these all week.
Yeah, this is one hand. You can have 6, 7, 8 of them.
That is beautiful. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Rampage, it was great to meet you. Enjoy yourself here in San Francisco, and thanks so much for the time.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I almost said Vegas earlier. All right, 1 hour in the books. We got 2 to go. Stay with us. Sports Talk continues live. Media Row, Moscone Center right here, 600 ESPN El Paso.
That was great, man. Thank
you guys are the best.
We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Rampage.
You guys are really good at your job.
Oh, thanks. You too. Can we get a quick photo with you before you leave?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's awesome, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Right.
Appreciate you, Rampage.
Appreciate it.
I feel like we don't do photos enough, so we should do those.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you airdrop that one to me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Oh, they're taking them back?
Yes.
I was about to start drinking them all.
We get to keep on? Thank you.
Thank you. 1 each.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sir, have a good one, okay?
What's up, Fusty?
I haven't given you anything for tomorrow. You want me to just email that stuff to you? I'm sorry, but I need to do it.
I got Smith in with Anna. It's going to be difficult because I'm going to be leaving after this. We're probably going to go to the media party. I got to submit now. So I don't. I'm going to have.
Yeah, no, too easy.
Or do you want to submit on my computer while I'm working so I can show you how to do it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
You want to switch out and use my computer? While you,
I don't know. I'm just going to let me log in right now and I'll show you what to do.
Okay.
So here's what you're going to do.
I gotta figure this out. I can't let y'all not have this stuff in the computer. The world will kill me.
Oh, I need photos. I got to save all the photos now. How many are there we're talking about?
For tomorrow, last of those are coming tomorrow too, right? Dude, we have like 10. So I'll do it.
Okay, here's what I need you to do. I need an email. I want one email. I need photos.
I've got to put it in email form so Cappy can show me what to do.
Can you airdrop that one to me? Thank you.
I have an idea.
Okay, send it to me in email form.
Here.
Where's the first round?
He's got 10, and I've got 2 hours to post it.
Oh my God.
Fuck me, man. My life sucks. 3:57 on a Tuesday. He needs 10 people.
In order.
Damn it, man. And the photo, you understand what the photos have to be, right?
Do I have time to go to the restroom? Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
real
you're
quick.
fine. What are we doing in the 5?
We're gonna do Springer at 5:20.
So we have nothing between 5 and 5:20.
Yes, and then Tyrese. We don't have anything from now until 5:20.
Got it.
Jake the MC, what's up, man?
What? No, I don't. I It's a new laptop.
Okay.
I need photos. I need everything.
I'm gonna send the first ones to him. Right, so you're already in. Yeah, you're already in. No, I trust Matt. And if not, he'll do it right there. Because you're in the system. You see what I'm saying? So all you need is the day, and you didn't show up, so no days will count against you. Okay, then good. Then you're done. You're good for you then. You're already in. Okay, I'm gonna forward this first batch to Steve. Hold on.
Live out here, it is Media Row. It is the busiest week for us when we get a chance to say hi to not just all of you out from San Francisco in the Moscone Center, but an opportunity to let you listen to some of the different individuals we've had a chance to speak to along the way. It is Sports Talk Live from the big game, and alongside Adrian Broadus and JT Money producing the show, Steve Kaplan's with you here as we continue. So many great sponsors that are making this possible. Of course, our 4 major sponsors that are with us throughout the course of every possible day we're here: Palo Verde Homes, Maintenance Unlimited, VenPro Solutions, and Spine and Rehab Specialist. Our major sponsors. Also, special thanks go out to Lauren and the folks at Longhorn Distributing as well. A lot of supporting sponsors that are making this possible for us. We talked about Thomas Adams Apparel. We are rocking the new Thomas Adams Apparel 600 ESPN Polo today. If you want to request a custom order, you can do so at thomasadamsapparel.com. The Men's Clinic, Bella Paloma Med Spa. Visit them on the west side at the Canyons at Cimarron at 7451 Paseo del Norte. Dave's Hot Chicken, located in Westtown and in Eastlake. Dave's Hot Chicken brings the heat. And coming to 1610 North Zaragoza Road, Alchemia Social House. Grand opening this Saturday from 5 o'clock until 2 in the morning. Designed for those looking for something different, something elevated. It's Alchemia Social House on the east side. Coming 1610 North Zaragoza Road. Some of our many sponsors. We get rolling here into hour number 2 of the program. Before we hit the air today, we had the Foss, Steve Foster. We had Mel Owens. We had laying down the law when they were live from our broadcast position out here. And now we get to follow up with that. Programming note for tomorrow. This is very important because John Teicher is going to be live at 5 with the Countdown to Tip-Off show before the Miners and Sam Houston play tomorrow. We will be coming your way immediately following laying down the law. In fact, Sports Talk will be live tomorrow only, from 3 until 5. So we go right after laying down the law. We'll go 2 hours tomorrow, 3 to 5, and then we'll go back to 4 to 7 on Thursday and 4 to 7 on Friday, Adrian.
Exactly. We're just ready for it. I mean, we're ready all of tomorrow. We've got interviews galore. I mean, as far as all the guests that we have coming up on deck tomorrow. So excited to bring all the local content to the 915. It's been great so far out here in San Francisco. Definitely different than the last 3 years that we've been here. But this is year 4. We've definitely had some amazing guests today. And as far as laying down the law today, they had Charlie Batch. They had Torrey Smith, who Foss at one point confused with Torrey Holt. And we had some awesome Sean Stellato, who's joined us over the years. Laying down the law was really bringing it here today, and they had an excellent show with Mello and Steve Foster.
They did, and I'm so happy you mentioned that because my favorite line was, of course, when Foss was getting into his rhythm, called Torrey Smith Torrey Holt, which Torrey Smith seemed to really enjoy as we looked at each other like, uh-oh, here it comes again. But no. The Foss immediately pivoted the way he always does, and that's what makes him such a unique individual.
Hey, that's right. That's exactly right. And he recovered admirably, that's for sure. I'm very excited about this entire week. I mean, I was just walking out right now, and as I was walking out, there was a media group. I believe they were from somewhere in Southern California. They had their SoCal shirts on. They were cheering people on as they were leaving, almost like, good job, everybody. So they said, hey, if there's cheerleaders and there's people who root for the teams, they're going to be the ones who root for the media members after a long day at Radio Row.
We had an amazing night last night out at the media night party. It was fantastic. And I call it media night party because it really was. It's a party. I mean, you're there with tons of media, the fans, the players and coaches from both teams. And the fun part about our 5 o'clock hour today is you're going to get to hear from all of our El Paso connections from last night, beginning in about 15 minutes or so with Jeremy Springer, somebody that has had a meteoric rise as a coach and now is the special teams coordinator for the Patriots. What a story Jeremy Springer has been.
I'm going to say this. I'll tease a story that Jeremy Springer talked about with Mike Price. It's one of those that's going to be impactful. I don't know if he's ever shared this kind of story right here, but a touching tribute that he said to former UTEP coach, and a lot of people would consider him one of the UTEP football legends as far as coaches go, Mike Price himself, and how Jeremy Springer said that he helped get him really started in the business. I mean, that's where he kind of broke through. UTEP got in with some really good connections like the likes of Jeff Banks, and used all those connections along with some new ones that he made along the way and parlayed that into where he's at today, special teams coordinator of the New England Patriots. And it's not far off to think, if he's a special teams coordinator here in 2025 and 6, could he end up being a head coach down the line? Not just maybe in the NFL, but would he ever consider going to college? So we'll ask those questions to Coach Springer coming up next. We're excited about that. And then at 5:30, we're going to switch from Coach Springer right to Tyrese Knight, T-Knight. That's how we greeted him. We dapped him up. We said T-Knight. He looked over and he knows, if you're saying T-Knight, you obviously know who I am. We knew who he was. He was so excited to see us. And more than anything else, let's be real, Steve. You said a party. It gets a little wild at times with all the different questions that these players are asked. So I think it was the two individuals, Jeremy Springer and Tyrese Knight, were appreciative that we kind of took them away from all the badness, and that was all the weird, questions like, "Hey, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? Hey. What's your favorite Gatorade color that might be thrown on the coach?" All those kinds of things.
There was someone dressed in a Pikachu costume. Oh, it was a Charizard. It was a Charizard costume yesterday, not Pikachu, Charizard for Pokemon fans. And apparently, not only does Ernest Jones IV collect Pokemon cards, but when he heard that there was somebody dressed as Charizard, he immediately requested him at his podium because he wanted to spend, like, he wanted the photo op with the Pokemon costume dressed as Charizard.
I mean, that's where opening night is really fun, where the areas of journalism can kind of bend. You can kind of break some of these norms, and I think the players appreciate, some of the players at least, they appreciate a breakup with all the normal typical questions. What's the game look like? How do you see it? What's different this time around? Give me stuff on your background. When they hear weird questions like that, some of them honestly take it and run with it.
They do, and it's really what, for us, the fun part is with this whole week and what this experience is all about. I said we saw Tony Dungy walking around last night with his grandkids. And
Trent Dilfer.
Yep, that's another one that was just in our area, in the media area. So, for people that don't know and haven't really, they see it on TV, but it's hard to visualize. For us, last night was also hard to visualize because it was at a convention center, not in a stadium like we've had the previous 3 years. But hey, everybody enjoyed themselves, had a good time. Players liked it, coaches liked it. And we're seeing a pair of teams that, look, Patriots haven't been here since Belichick and Brady. Nobody's left. Seahawks have some players that might have been to previous Super Bowls, but not from this group. So a lot of newcomers that are kind of trying this out for the first time.
And two teams where, if you would have said they were going to be here, their fan bases might even think, wow, that's a stretch, that's a reach. And I think that makes it for an interesting game here on Sunday. I would say that the Boston, the New York, and the Northeast media is out here. Like they were in full force watching the Patriots yesterday at opening night. And then it was the Seattle media, Pacific Northwest, a little bit, not as much as I thought it would be. So, but we've seen some stars here today. I mentioned Fred Warner, 49ers, great right now, who's playing right now. I'm looking across from us, Mina Kimes over there, Danny Kelly of Omaha Productions. I'm seeing them. They're taping shows right now. This is a good time where it's buzzing still here at Media Row, right? But everybody's kind of like winding the day down. So it's a casual, intense time here on a Tuesday evening.
It is. We have a rare moment or two. If you want to get into the call, get into the show and talk a little bit to us today, now's the time to do it. With JT Money back at our 600 ESPN El Paso River Oaks Properties Schoolyard Sports Studios. 505-6009, our telephone number.
And maybe it's a good time to start talking a little Mountain West, and let's talk a little deal, a TV deal that got done today, Steve. That's a big deal for a lot of UTEP fans out there. We find out it's CBS, it's the CW, and the Mountain West announcing a new media rights package with Fox Sports and even KISWE. That's the only one I didn't know. That one gave me a little worry, Steve. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little triggered in thinking Stadium TV, Conference USA TV when I saw that alternate channel that Mountain West is going to be on.
It's KIWE?
KISWE.
What is that?
Kiswe? I don't know.
It's streaming software.
Oh, no. This is not good. Okay, everything else is good.
It's an internet video company based in Murray Hill, New Jersey that develops live streaming and interactive video platforms, particularly for sporting events and concerts.
Okay, I'm hoping that when I look a little deeper into this, football, men's basketball, women's basketball, along with a broad array of Olympic sports will all be visible on these platforms. I'm gonna just put that as a footnote and just say it's Fox Sports, CW, CBS Sports, and that's it. Like, I'm not even gonna look at that other one that's out there, because if that one's out there, I'm gonna be a little worried.
I'm a lot worried right now. I feel like we should be worried, don't you?
I do too. Yeah, exactly. I'm a little worried, man. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, over 1,000 live regular season and postseason games, on-demand full game replays, media day broadcasts, video podcasts, game highlights, features, and more. So there you go. That's the Mountain West app that's going to be out there as well, where you can consume a lot of this Mountain West content. Hey, I'm positive about the move. I'm all in, Steve.
Yeah.
So it's going to take more than just this KSWE network to make me mad.
Is ESPN in the mix?
No ESPN.
See, I'm upset about that. There were rumors forever that ESPN Plus was going to be part of the Mountain West, and the fact that that's not happening right now.
Get this.
I'm not thrilled about that.
CBS Sports Network, Paramount Plus. There's the replacement for ESPN Plus, okay? Paramount Plus, $11.99, you know, kind of the same ESPN Plus price. You're not paying that anymore. Get that one right there. Under your belt, there's a good chance that these CUSA Mountain West games that wouldn't be on national television could be on Paramount Plus or maybe FS2, Fox 1. Those are some of the other channels. The CW is the one I like too because of the accessibility.
I wonder if that KISE or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be in conjunction with their Mountain West app that they still have.
Hopefully.
Maybe they're not going to ditch the app. Maybe they'll keep the free app and I'm fine with that. If they keep putting games on the app and they don't charge people for it, I'm all right with that.
Okay, here we go. CBS Sports Network will feature 15 regular season Mountain West football games with at least one game broadcast annually on CBS Television Network and streamed on Paramount Plus, okay? That's not too bad. 18 Mountain West regular season games will be on CBS Sports Network. I'm okay with that as well. And then here we go. Fox retains exclusive rights to Mountain West Football Championship game, and they will have weekly games of the week for Mountain West. The CW will debut its coverage of the Mountain West next year. 13 regular season football games, 20 regular season men's basketball games, and 15 regular season women's basketball games. That's where all of it is really going.
Well, no, but you still only...
Like all of those right there.
Well, where's all the other games? Like, where's UTEP going to go? That's what I want to know.
KISWE.
Yes,
whatever.
What
the
is
Mountain
that?
West app. Download it now.
It's got to be it has to be the Mountain West app. Don't you think that's probably where it's all going?
Yes, I think so too.
They're still putting games on the app now. So why would that change anytime soon?
Okay, the CW and KISWE are affiliated together. So there you go.
All right.
Not too bad. Hopefully.
There you go. You said it best.
Hey, and UTEP got a co-offensive coordinator today.
Tell me about him.
Yeah, this is a new one today. We just heard the news. He has San Diego State ties. A little bit of UTEP football ahead of, what's to come this week with National Signing Day. That's a big one for a lot of fans out there. We found out today Lanier Sampson is going to be the co-offensive coordinator. Going to coach wide receivers as well. Get this. He worked with Scotty Walden at Austin Peay in the same position and was most recently the pass game coordinator and receivers coach at San Diego State.
All right, so they know each other, which means that obviously Scotty trusts them. That's you know what? That's probably the biggest key and takeaway out of that whole thing is he's got a guy that helped him out in the past, and he knows somebody that can work and be his extension here in year 3.
And maybe fans wouldn't like that because what did the fans say? Like, no more Austin Peay, no more FCS. And to some extent, I agree with the fans with what they're saying. Yeah. But at the other side of things, well, Walton fired a lot of those guys this past year, didn't retain a lot of those coaches that he brought over from Austin Peay.
True.
Most notably, their offensive line coach in Ryan Stanchek, who's kind of one of those go-to guys on this coaching staff in terms of being one of the all-in guys on this program. So now you're bringing somebody in Lanier Sampson who has Walden ties and maybe somebody who Walden really trusts into this, in this role right here. So we'll see how it materializes.
All right, 16 past the hour as we continue on Sports Talk. Football's biggest game is right around the corner, and you can get in on all the action with Underdog right now in Texas. Not on Underdog yet? Then you're in luck because new customers score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just head to the app, make picks, and if a player will go higher or lower, stats like touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions, and more. Plus, there's new promos dropping daily in the app. So if you like making picks and winning money, then Underdog is the place to be for the big game. Let's play Jackson Smith-Njigba, talented young receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. It's an easy one for you, folks. I'll give you a layup today. Just go higher than half a rushing plus receiving touchdown for one Jackson Smith-Njigba this Sunday. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code KROD to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code KROD. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Jeremy Springer coming up next, but first, let's go to Charlie 1. He's got a traffic update for us. Hey, Foss. Is Peggy's name really Peggy? Is that like her legal first name? Peggy? I'm turning it in. It's got to be your legal first name. Pegggy is her legal first name. Got it. Munson, right? Like Thurman. Got it. Are they really related? What's her job function? Sponsor? Peggy, sponsor? We'll call her sponsor. When does she need to go?
All of her Wednesday to Friday. So if you tell me what I need to do, I'll put them all in.
I'm doing it now.
Because you have to save the photo and then upload
Done it.
right?
Doing it right now. I've never seen so many people in my entire life. Jesus, it's like a fucking glamour shots. Oh, I'm mic'd. We're not still live, are we?
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, yeah,
are we live on the YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You're not on camera though.
It's okay. They can hear me, which is just as bad.
Can they hear him though?
That's good. I like it. It's the rated R version of sports talk. It's funny.
I need a birthday for Stephanie Parker and an email. God. This is the part
do you
that-
want to intro the?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna intro it, and then we'll kick it to you. Just be ready to fire play.
I'm Steve Kaplowitz. Again, our major sponsors for this show: Palo Verde Homes, Maintenance Unlimited, VenPro Solutions, Spine and Rehab Specialists, all bringing us the program. And we get to go back from last night, Adrian, the first of a couple of interviews we're going to get to share with our listeners today. This one, though, so much fun when we had a chance to catch up with a former UTEP fan favorite.
A rising star in the business, Jeremy Springer himself, who is the special teams coordinator for the Patriots. Let's hear the conversation that happened yesterday out at opening night. Here it is with Coach Springer. I mean, it was a wonderful time with Jeremy Springer, coach here with the Patriots, special teams coordinator as well. And you know, for somebody like him, I would like him to come back to El Paso. I would like him to reconnect with the community. That the community really loves Jeremy Springer, so I think he's got that local tie for sure.
As we hit the bottom of the hour, we've got another great interview to share with you from last night. And Adrian, we talked about this earlier. Tyrese Knight, who is going to get a lot of playing time on Sunday in that rotation, number 48, he spent time with us as well.
Yeah, he spent time with us. Tyrese Knight was fantastic. Let's go to the opening night conversation with T. Knight himself, as we got a chance to talk with him yesterday. There's one over
Oh my God. Dude. back, getting you set to wrap up hour 2. We got a ton more left, so stay with us, folks. Back with more from the Moscone Center in San Francisco. Our coverage continues right here, 600 ESPN El Paso.
When he sees Lassiter, I know he'll pull him in too, but we'll schedule it and do it properly. It's fine. But that's why another reason why we want to get here early.
On Underdog yet, you're in luck because new customers score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Plus, if you get them right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. There's new promos dropping daily in the app. So if you like making picks and winning money, Underdog is the place to be for the big game. All right, I am looking right now at Stephon Diggs and 3.5 receptions, and that is screaming higher. He is their go-to guy. You know that. So you know higher than 3.5 receptions for one Stephon Diggs of the New England Patriots. I'm excited about giving you that one, folks. You're going to do well. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code KROD to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code KROD. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncpgambling.org. Want to thank again Palo Verde Homes, El Paso's award-winning home builder, along with Maintenance Unlimited, providing top-notch cleaning solutions since 1977. VenPro Solutions. If you want to grow your audience and your revenue, it's time to go pro. Visit VenPro. Spine and Rehab Specialist, Dr. Harry Coster and the team at Spine and Rehab Specialists in El Paso are 4 major sponsors. Adrian, we've got so many supporting sponsors on this show this week. Why don't you name a few off for us?
Yeah, let me reel off some other ones that we've talked about, that we haven't talked about here on the show. Let's talk about Alquimia Social House. Alchemia, thank you, Steve.
There you go.
And then we also have Thomas Adams Apparel. We talked about them briefly earlier. Sun City Card Show, next card show, February 14th. And the Men's Clinic, Bella Paloma Med Spa. They're also with us as well. So those are all our supporting sponsors that we've been talking about all show long. Some of the many different sponsors that are with us.
It's what it's all about, folks. And again, we appreciate their help, appreciate that. Takeaways from Tyrese Knight and Jeremy Springer, as we now had a chance to listen to those from last night.
Tyrese is as confident as it gets. He has always oozed confidence, and it's nothing new to him. I just feel like the fact that he's on the stage, the biggest of them all, is really cool in just year 2. I mean, so many UTEP athletes get into the NFL, or I should say only a few select ones get into the NFL, and then only a couple have even actually played in this big game right here. The last time a UTEP player has actually won the Super Bowl and actually played in it, you have to look back at Seth Joyner when he did it with the Denver Broncos and got a ring that year. And, Tyrese Knight will become the first UTEP player to play in a Super Bowl since Brian Young did so when he was playing with the Rams in 2002. They lost that one against the Patriots, though.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see what happens. Again, so many people giving different thoughts and predictions. Steve Dakota Happus joined us earlier, the New England Patriots insider from Boston Sports Radio. He thinks it's going to be a close game decided by a field goal, but he loves the fact that Belichick doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. Kraft's not getting it. He wants to see, Matt Stafford win the MVP. So there's all the ammunition to just use that, if you're Mike Vrabel, to try and power the New England Patriots to a win.
No doubt. I mean, with a squad like what we've seen from the New England Patriots all season long, overachieved. And I feel like the same word can be said with the Seattle Seahawks. They've been overachievers all year as well. And I feel like with those two things combined, these two are matching up in the Super Bowl. And somebody's going to have to come out on top when it's all said and done.
We talked Mountain West earlier with their new media rights deal. Sports Star Carlos said that new K whatever it was.
Yes.
He said
KWSIE.
Yeah, something like that. He goes, it's just the back-end work for the Mountain West app. He said that the app is moving to a subscription service. It had been free. So remember how we hated Conference USA for charging for that crappy app that crashed on you all the time? The Mountain West has been free forever. Go figure. When the Mountain West was a loaded conference and had great teams, they never charged for the app. Now they've broken in half. They've replaced it with UTEP and a bunch of other schools, and suddenly now it's going to become a subscription service.
Isn't that funny? I mean, now UTEP gets from one subscription service essentially and goes to a conference with another one. So maybe this one will be much better, though. We're going to be positive. No, yes, we're going to be positive, Steve. I'm not negative about Conference USA.
When you first off, we all know CUSA's app sucked. Okay,
yes.
We all know it sucked. But at least when you went to ESPN Plus and you subscribed, you got all this other stuff. And that's not going to happen anymore. So I'm looking at it in reverse. It's like, guys, I don't want people to have to go and now pay for a Mountain West app in addition to Paramount Plus, Fox, and CBS. Those other crazy. They're going to be everywhere.
Okay, if there's one football game on that stupid app, I'm going to be really upset. If there's two Mountain West games on there, I'm going to be really upset too. So that's the only way. I think this is a one-off for me. I'll download it when I need to, but I don't want to have you're right. I don't want to have a month-on-month subscription for this. If we're talking about the volleyball side of things, I'm cool with that. Women's basketball, I'm cool with that. I think that's niche enough in order for us to feel like, okay, that's cool. Like, let's make it happen.
By the way, in our final hour, Sean Merriman's coming up. Excited about that.
Yes.
And also, remember Robert Gallery, folks, played for the Raiders for like 7 seasons? Hey, he is also going to be coming up with us because we're going to be talking about the disabled vets. They've got a lot going on. BJ Gannon's as well with Robert Gallery. That's also going to be happening in our final hour.
What a star-studded hour. We're going to close out the show with a bang. And then tomorrow, only on for an hour, but that means we're going to save a lot of those interviews for the rest of the week. Doesn't mean like we're stopping tomorrow. We're really heating up tomorrow, so that's the case.
Oh, we're heating up here. I can't tell you about. Look at this. Did you realize he's got his name on the back of his...
Steve Foster's rocking the Pro Bowl long-sleeve T-shirt that looks custom-made, and the back says Foster. So Pro Bowl games on the front, Foster on the back.
I was really hoping it would have said Foss.
Yeah,
but I'll take Foster because that was his playing name, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 hour left. We'll come back. Coming your way live, the Moscone Center out here with Sports Talk and 600 ESPN El Paso.
I think they're done over here. Let me take this. Let's start.
Let's do it. Third and final hour of Sports Talk Live on location. We are here. The road to the big game takes us to the Moscone Center, the site of Media Row, as we get ready for our final hour, along with the one and only Adrian Broadus, Steve Kaplowitz here. We've got JT Money producing the show back at our 600 ESPN El Paso River Oaks Property Schoolyard Sports Studios. Money's done some extra time today. He started with the Foss and laying down the law with Mel, and now he's here with us. Speaking of Foss, as we thank our major sponsors again, Palo Verde Homes, Maintenance Unlimited, VenPro Solutions, Spine and Rehab Specialists. Begin our final hour here on location. This man is all smiles, as you would expect him to be. Again,
He needs to charm you, Steve. Off air, you were ready to wring his neck.
I was.
He felt that Coronado Eastwood tension a little bit.
I was. Yes, that's exactly
Let
right.
me just say this. For those don't realize, and we have VenPro. Let me tell you, these guys have been exceptional from the get-go.
Yep. Jaime and Christian. We got a crack staff, right?
So, adding them to the mix already on a Tuesday. Tuesday is really, we say light, but it's not as light as it, usually is. It used to be because there's more influence because technology. So I want to say about the technology that VenPro has provided. They were A1. Okay, I've been now fortunate to be in sports broadcasting double-digit years. Y'all know that my college teammate and football roommate's Jason Garrett. I never have had any kind of interview with him. Now, I had him with his two brothers. They have been stellar. Here's the thing. Guys from VenPro come upstairs to the NBC availability.
You keep talking. Yep. You just do what you got to do.
Sorry.
Hang on. I'm gonna get you. You're all tangled. I'll get that done. There we go.
There you
All
go.
right.
I just wanted to get
That's good.
see that Pro Bowl games going on.
But now you
this
did it
evening.
again.
I did it again.
Son of a gun.
Did I move it?
Here, I got
Can I
an
just
idea.
take
I'm gonna clip you and I'm gonna put it.
This is terrible radio. Great for the stream.
We're gonna clip it right there. There you
Great
go.
for the stream.
Here, try
Adrian
that.
is right.
See if that works.
Thank
All right,
you.
go ahead.
So we go upstairs and we get the best sound and best, I guess, 4K lens of Jason, the crew, and then I get to ask my two questions patiently as I let Gen Z, let Gen Z jump in and try to look at me, and I go, well, my friend, please and thank you goes a long way, and this is my teammate and roommate.
Oh,
No
you said that?
disrespect.
Oh, wait. You said that during the press conference.
I did.
This is my teammate
And roommate. And so when,
Oh, yeah.
So when,
By the way, how did Garrett react to
laugh?
that? Did he smile?
well, he was talking. He was doing the interview, but there was another media person who left. So all I went was from where I was to where that person left. And it was like, you didn't have to cut me off. I said, cut you off? I said, I just moved up from where I was. However, friend, if you would have just said,
This bothered you.
You could have started a fight at the NBC press conference, which would have been amazing,
Okay.
especially if you would have gotten kicked out.
All right.
Oh my God, we would have never
You
heard
would
you.
have had Rampage Jackson to help you out.
Yes.
you don't understand, friends. I only hit people now with lawsuits. It hurts and it costs you much more than hands and fists.
That's why hence laying down the law.
Exactly. Because if I walked in and that media person walked in, there would have been a clear disadvantage to me because I was ready. I looked like somebody who could throw hands, and he just looked like a kid who was salty because he wasn't front row Joe. So I know that the court wouldn't have looked at me favorably. However, because everything was from the angle of VenPro, they could have seen that, you know what, maybe if somebody who has a California license, like my two roommates that live in town, or a guy named Mel Owens, the best thing you do is hit somebody with a lawsuit, Cappy. That when they get the paper and it's like, you have been sued. That's a whole different level of fight and hurt.
Luckily, you didn't have to sue them.
That's right. No, and I didn't want to.
You flexed.
But maybe.
But hear me. I let Junior come along to the side to the left, and then not only does he then take advantage of that, then he wants to ask 2 questions in a row, and I said, okay, man. So I let him do his 2 questions.
Yeah.
I did one. I was going to ask another. He jumps in, and then I said, okay, all right, man, no problem. And then he asked another question. I'll let him go. I asked my second question. We got it all on VenPro.
Fantastic.
And the audio is great because these gentlemen know exactly what they're doing.
They do. They are professionals, hence VenPro Solutions. And the solution was follow Foss and make sure he didn't get arrested. So that's good. I'm happy that worked out well.
And he was
for him.
mic'd.
Look,
yes, and you were mic'd all the time.
that was a beautiful thing because he didn't realize that I was mic'd. And so the video that you see of that will be classic.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. By the way, what was Garrett's reaction to your questions? Did he treat you like another member of the media? Did he ever crack a smile?
So
what happened?
Before I asked the first question, he gave me the what's up while he was talking to other media.
Oh, he did.
And then once I got done with my second question and realized I'm not going to monopolize my guy, we dapped it up real quick, and then I made my move. And it's all on video.
Did you give him the bro hug? What'd you do?
No, he was sitting down. I was standing up.
Okay.
I wanted to keep it professional.
I understand.
Now, if it were me, I probably would have stopped and, just stopped the presses and done like that. That's it, but that's a little different thing. But I understand, Jason. Listen, and we've been rolling for 38 years. So I got no issues with a guy that hands the ball and throws the hands off the ball and throws the ball to me.
You was in rumors for being a head coach again, Foss.
Yeah, with the Titans, and I think he may try to slide back into the NFL.
Really?
And then we've got wherever he is, we're going to get that. We're going to do it.
Maybe coach the Jets next year after they fire Aaron Glenn.
Okay, leave the clapping alone.
You don't like
man.
the clap? Well,
no,
you could have clapped.
I almost got in a fight with a kid. He came up to me, and the reason why, Adrian, is he kept doing it in my face.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, your boy's the clapper." And I said, "Hey, yeah, but can you get out of my personal space? I hear you." And what my uncle used to say, rest in peace, Uncle JR, I heard you twice the first time. So he does it again. So I go to his boy and I said, "Hey, listen, this is my teammate. This is my guy. I've known him for an extremely long time. I don't appreciate that. I get it. It was funny, the first 2 times he said it. Comes back one more time. I said, okay. He's going to be looking up at the sky because now not only has he disrespected what I've requested, he's still in my personal space, that 2 foot range. When they talked to him the second time, he realized Foss was not. He made me go to third person. Foss was not happy. Foss was going to. This would have been a hands moment.
Angry Foss
because he was a big guy.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have looked.
I understand.
As
laying down the law.
Laying down the law.
Makes sense. The great Foss, Steve Foster, with us as we continue here on Sports Talk. Man, I'm enjoying these stories. I'm having a good time with you. It's a lot of fun.
Well, listen, I look forward. In fact, anytime I go home, if y'all are broadcasting, I zoom from the airport straight to the remote, or I come to the studio off of Mesa. I can get there because look, you only have one hometown, and it's El Paso for all of us.
That's right.
And that means something to me. It means the world to me because the foundation of who I am comes from El Paso, Texas. So when you talk smack and say nobody's smart, well, I'll go, where did the full ride to Princeton go? Oh, well, you're not athletic. Okay, well, we got Aaron Jones, we got Ray Mickens. We can go on and on. We back and forth in time, women, men. And I go, oh, okay. Well, if you Google me, like Signetti says, Google me, I pop up. Okay? And I think I've done fairly well in the lifetime that.
Did you create your own Wikipedia page?
We need to create one for him.
No, I did not.
That would be awesome.
No, but I do have a website. I do have a website now.
Would you like us to create you a Wikipedia page?
No.
We can do that. We can call it that. We can
roommate of Jason Garrett.
Yes. And Dean Cain.
And Dean
Cain.
Yeah. Who party with Brooke Shields in college.
I have some very good pictures. I've shown y'all the pictures with Brooke and me.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, it's great to be with the hometown crowd. The
hometown homies.
There's nothing that makes me more well up than knowing that we're doing what we're doing with people from El Paso.
I agree with you. It's a lot of fun, and it gives you a chance once a year you get to really kind of come full circle.
Okay, so it needs to be 3 times a year. It needs to be draft, which we've done before as well.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, and then Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yep.
That should be our
Big 3.
our trifecta.
Yes.
The big
No
3.
Belichick this year.
You know, here's how I look at this one. You can tell exactly that in the world that they're haters because, right, that's a no-brainer. However, he will get in. He won't have to wait 30 years like Drew Pearson did or more. And that's just jealousy. I mean, so here was the explanation from one voter. Well, I didn't think that these other guys may ever come up on the ballot, so let me get them in now, and then Bill, he's going to be safe.
Well, all the coaches are pushed back now.
Well, it's strange. If you're a Hall of Famer and you're past the 5 years and you can get the amount of votes it takes, you should just be in.
You should.
That's how you should do it.
Yeah.
Not have to do this categorization and modification. Oh, there's too much shun.
Okay.
And then people are getting shunned.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think Bill Belichick got shunned? If you had to pick the reason, what do you think it is?
Jealousy and envy.
So you don't think it was Spygate or Deflategate, none of that?
That's just like saying Barry Bonds wouldn't hit. And I've asked major league players. There's no drink, no pill, no tincture, no androstenedione that
It's androstenedione, Dion, yes.
can be taken that makes me now a 40 to 60 home run hitter. And God sprinkled these people with home run stuff. It didn't matter. What a lot of people don't recall or remember or even know is the reason why a lot of the guys take it is because you have 163 games or 168 games. You want to perform the same day on game 4 as you do at game 104. You're traveling, you're getting in at 2 and 3 in the morning. What you just want to do is be able to get back to par. If it makes you stronger, okay, but they can still hit the ball. Because in baseball, Cappy, if I have Steve Kaplowitz on the mound,
Right.
Cappy's wily. He throws me a 76-mile-an-hour curveball. He throws the changeup at 82, and then he busts me with his fastball at 95. I don't have the ability, if I can't hit a ball, to catch up to one, know how to take the 18-inch break on the other, and then the change looks just like the fastball, and I'm out in front of it.
Let's do it.
James Harden was just traded while you
Yes.
were answering that last question from the Clippers to Cleveland for Darius Garland and a 2026 second-round pick. That is a monster trade.
Monster trade indeed. If I could jump in for this.
Absolutely.
Darius Garland here. The marriage is over with him in Cleveland. And this was more about Garland leaving Cleveland than it is Harden joining the Cavs. I feel like
I like this more, but I like this more for the Clippers than I do for Cleveland.
Well, but Garland, he's had his ups and downs. They needed to relieve some of that space that he was creating in that backcourt. So while we might think, oh yeah, he's on an expiring deal, you're gonna have to pay him a lot of money if you want to re-sign him in the future. If you're the Clippers, it's a no doubt. It's a no-brainer. This is the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander you never had in your backyard. So you want this to happen if you're a Clippers fan. And then on the flip side for Cavs fans, I think it just was supposed to happen. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland could not coexist in the postseason. They could not simply coexist right now here as the season continued. He's dealt with a lot of injuries on his side. So if you're the Clippers, you're taking a bit of a risk on a guy who's been injury prone the last couple of years.
I got to get to a break. It's great to have you for this whole week. We're so happy to. Oh, a left-handed shake. Look at that. Look at you.
For the lefties.
Look at you.
Listen.
The great Steve Foster, who we're going to be spending, we'll be doing plenty of back and forth with over the next couple of days. Hey, do me a favor. Make sure you hit all your breaks over the next 3 shows. Okay?
I got it. And again,
our great sponsor shout-outs.
Yeah, don't give the radio station a stroke when you're trying to handle these programs.
And usually that's not the case. But however I put in the headsets, I needed Adrian to come back through. It caused a delay, and in that first hour, we lost a couple guests. We'll have them back tomorrow.
Like the Rams playing catch-up.
Yeah,
the whole game.
playing catch-up the whole game.
Yes.
And so in that irregular start, Cappy, I did miss some of the breaks. I apologize. I apologize to you and the station.
We're good.
But I want you to know that, man, there's nothing better than when we put the 600 AM ESPN El Paso skirt on the table.
That's right.
log in, get the Ethernet going, and pull up the laptops and display the 915 in El Paso, Texas, wherever the Super Bowl has been held.
100%.
That
Thank you,
right
man.
there is radio gold in itself.
Well,
and now we can see it thanks to VenPro.
That's great.
Solutions.
I can't wait for it tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. We still have another 45 minutes of today's show, but great having you back, starting us off in our final hour, Foss.
Hey, always a privilege to be that person that can support and also represent home. So the 915, and then in particular 79925, the 25 on the east side, we do it, but y'all do it well on the west side, and together there's nothing finer as the Justice League of Sports Talk Radio.
There it is. I like it. We'll come back. We got Sean Merriman next with more in a moment. Let's go to Charlie 1 to get ourselves this traffic update.
We could spend the whole segment with just the intro and your outro.
Like first $5. Make your first $5 fantasy entry. That's right. Get them all right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. There's new promos dropping daily in the app. So if you like making picks and winning money, then Underdog is the place to be for the big game. Let's go back to Sam Darnold. 231.5 passing yards. I started higher, then I went lower. I keep waffling back and forth. I'm feeling higher again. I am. I think they're going to throw the ball on Sunday.
Okay, all right. I like it. I like the fact that you're flip-flopping on this.
Yes, I like it too, because depends on what day you play. One day you might be higher, next day you might be lower. That's the beauty of Underdog. So what are you waiting for, folks? Matter of fact, if you ask me, I say higher. That's right. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code KROD to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code KROD. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. And thus, day one of 4 is in the books. JT Money has done a terrific job with us, as he always does. And looking forward to tomorrow. We've got Clinton Yates,
yes,
who's going to be on the program. We've got a lot of different guests that are going to be stopping by tomorrow for the broadcast.
Aaron Coscarelli is going to be back with us from Believe Network. We're also going to get a chance to talk with our guy, Nick Harris from Dallas. He talks all things Cowboys. Sometimes he even breaks news, which in the Schefter world of breaking news, that's a tougher feat to accomplish. So shout out our guy, Nick Harris. Can't wait to catch up with him. He was all over the Micah Parsons trade when that one first happened.
I think Ryan Leaf, Jeff Garcia could all be with us tomorrow as well. Right. He mentioned Aaron, Linnea Bryan. We got a monster show. It's going to be a rocking show.
I can't wait, man. We're going to have an excellent one tomorrow. It's only an hour show here on Sports Talk, and we'll have everything for the rest of the week. The ones that we don't get a chance to hear tomorrow, we'll hear from them for the rest of this week here on Sports Talk.
Well, I think we're going straight from laying down the law tomorrow. I think we're going 5 hours continuous.
Okay,
so
great.
I know we say don't you love it when you find things out for the first time?
Me too. I love this.
I have been saying it. You know what? That just tells me one thing. You're like me. When I open my mouth, you don't listen to 90% of what comes out of it, which is good, because that's the way I am. So very happy to hear that. We have been saying, yes, we're going a continuous broadcast the entire day tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
You ready?
I'm ready, man. We've had a great day today. Let's keep it going.
I can't wait till after the show is over. That look you're giving me right now is going to be fantastic. Cannot wait. All right, folks, for Adrian Broadus and, of course, JT Money, I'm Steve Kaplow. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. We got a lot more in store for you the rest of the week out here for the Moscone Center. Huge shout-out also to Jaime and Christian from VenPro Solutions. They've been terrific. We'll do it again tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate
Good job,
man.
Jason.
See you, man.